biggest missing piece is lack of power to the board. Okay. It was earlier called as Digital Protection, DPA, Data Protection Authority. Over various versions of this act, it finally became DPB, Digital Data Protection Board. And as the name indicates, and I've said it in all forums, from authority, it's just become a board. And board where there is a conflict of interest in appointing these members, where there is also a stipulation of digital functioning of the board to increase their efficiency and accessibility. But they don't realize if there is a breach happening at the board itself or whatever online discussions they are having. And also, there are no stipulations on the procedures for board meeting, though there is rule number 18, which is to ensure that efficient governance of the board is assured. However, the quorum which has been stipulated, and there is no stipulation on the kind of delays which could be penalized on the board itself. So all this is, and also there is no authority directly given to the board, okay? And retention challenges in the board for the members or the skilled workforce that they will keep as their members in this competitive market is very little. So retention challenge is high. The kind of, compensations that are coming to board in terms of financial compensation to the members is very little. There is no clarity. At one point you say they can avail CGHS, the medical benefits, etc. On the other hand, you say they'll get consolidated. So who are they? Are they government employees or are they consultants? So I think board itself, like I said, there should have been a separate document for exemptions to the state. There should be a separate document about the composition, functioning, authority of the board. And that document should also stipulate urgent actions in case board fails to respond to any extension. Like if you recall, there was a rule, there's a rule which says that they should inform to the board within 72 hours if there is a breach, remember? That is, I think, rule number 7, that intimation of personal data breach should be done to the board within 72 hours. And if the data fiduciary wants, they can ask for extension. So अब data fiduciary ने data board से लिख दिया कि मुझे extension दे दो, मैं अभी inform नहीं कर रहा, तो हमें कहीं नहीं पता चल रहा कि board उसे कितने दिन में जवाब देगा कि भैया तुझे extension granted है. Okay, so in this loophole is there because there is no clear definition of procedural compliances that the board members have to go through. Okay. And I also feel board should not be a board. It should become an authority again. It is a very important entity for successful implementation of DPDP rules. We are looking up to board with a lot of expectations because all that we've said in the act and all that we've said in these 22 rules depend a lot on how the board is functioning, how accessible the board is, how efficient the board is, how good is their governance, how much of audits or how much of safeguards they have taken at their own end, how much of, SOPs, how many SOPs are there for them to take an action on a particular thing. All that is the missing piece because board is actually the core. I mean, core is citizen. Okay, I take back my words. The core is citizen. But citizen, apart from depending on consent manager, is totally depending on the board. So board is its appointments, its service terms, its functioning, its procedures, its salary and service terms, its appointments. All this should have been clarified better or need to be clarified better. As I said, rules are still work in progress. So it's not a final, signing of their D-Day. We are still hoping that all these suggestions would be heard and accounted for in the rules before they come into force. So let us hope the missing piece of board's authority is clarified.